I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, what's good? Good morning. Good morning. Sorry about running a little bit late, man. I wanted to change up some stuff at the last minute. Just wanted to change up a few things, change the title of the joint. Definitely wanted to change the title of the joint. There were some things with that I didn't want to get into, but some other things I did want to get into, right? So I'm changing a couple things now because I want to change a few things. Change a few things, right? First of all, instead of talking about the young core again, I want to talk about Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau. So I'm gonna have some off-season villains, right? I'm gonna have some off-season villains, but at the same time, I'm gonna have some off-season heroes. Adele Chapman is in the building. What's good? Buenos dias. What up? What up? What up? What's good? I'm gonna have some off-season villains, and I may be one of them. I'm going to have some off-season villains. I'm going to have some off-season heroes. Tom Thibodeau. Thibs is going to be, so far, early on, Thibodeau looks like an off-season hero. Right. So far, Thibs looks like an off-season hero. Come on, crazy computer. There you go. It's one of the reasons why I'm always running late, man. I just want the computer to do what I want it to do. Just do, computer, do what I tell you to do. Computer. Do what I tell you to do, computer. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Robert Paul's in the building. Allah wise. What's good? What's good? Cut, kicks, and nicks. Adele Chapman, Caliente Kid is in the building. Michael Hansen was good. White Falcon. Black University was good. Brother Shaquille Sunflower was in the building. Was good. What's good? What's good? Frederick. Don't. Computer love. What are we talking about, White Falcon? Paul George. Paul George. What are we talking? What? Yeah. So, Tom Thibodeau's offense is fried chicken, right? Tom Thibodeau's offense is fried chicken. And I know y'all are going, oh, man, fried chicken Uncle Freeze, really? Tom Thibodeau's offense is fried chicken, ladies and gents. It's easy. Like since you've been here, you have not heard a Knicks player say, "Hey, you know, it just took me a minute to get up to speed with with Coach Thibs' offensive playbook." Yeah, I ain't heard that once. You know, coming in, man, Tom Thibodeau, Coach Thibodeau's offensive playbook kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. You ain't heard that once. You ain't heard that once. Coach Thibs' playbook, you know, blah, blah, blah. Thibs ran a lot of stuff, and it was all fried chicken, right? Thibs ran chicken tenders, chicken wings, family 8-piece meal, chicken and waffles, shake and bake, whatever. It was a bunch of different things, and it was all fried chicken. Right? Right. Thibs ran a lot of things on offense, and it was all fried chicken. It is you get the same thing no matter where you go. You can be in Carson, California, or Jersey City, New Jersey. You could be in Miami, Florida, or Portland, Oregon, and fried chicken is fried chicken. Rick V says, "Can we please stop talking about food?" No, because I want to paint this picture for you so you can understand where I'm coming from. Right? So good morning to my mods, the best mods in the game. The mod squad was good. Mod squad was good. Thank you for everybody that's holding us down on social media. That's awesome. Right? Right? Thank you for everybody commenting in the comment section. That's dope. That's fire. Right? That is fire. Right? That's fire. What? We get a lot of activity. A lot of activity. A lot of activity. You know what I mean? And that's dope. I was looking for something and I missed it. I'm checking through to see if just bear with me, y'all. I'm with you. I'm just scrolling through the hate mail. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, back to what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to. Where is it? Coach Thibs offense. It's offensive. Coach Thibs offense. It is offensive. Okay, so I don't think I wanted to change something. I don't think I'll be able to change it. So I'm just gonna let it rock. And I'm gonna give y'all my undivided attention. Stuffer Don is in the building. What's good? What's good? All right, so Coach Thibodeau ran a few things that I struggled with, right? It was so vanilla that when I saw it, I was like, how did he expect to get production out of that? And there were some other things that I was like, this could work if done correctly. But a lot of times they were not. Give you an example. The term point forward, I want to take that term point forward, put it on a rocket, point it forward towards the moon, and blast it off so it'll never be heard from again. I don't want to point forward in the Knicks offense. Point forward should not be mentioned in a Knicks offense ever again. Right? Because a point forward is basically, what is this? Lemonade? Yes. Thank you. Anybody in here disagree? Anybody disagree? Anybody else in here want a point forward? Raise your hand. If you want a point forward, raise your hand. Infamous New King, what's good? What's good? Anybody in the chat want a point forward? Raise your hand. If you want, Eli M says, I will take one, don't need one. Eli M, what's good? I think the term point forward should be put on the rocket and blasted off towards Pluto. If you hit Pluto, fine. If you don't hit Pluto and you keep going to the outer realm, that's fine also. And here's why. I saw this season, I saw things like Trae Young hits a three, right? Trae Young runs his pick and roll offense, comes down, hit a three, right? Our point guard jogs back down court, and the ball is taken out by R.J. Barrett or Reggie Bullock, and given to a point forward, Julius Randle at 250 pounds. What team runs an offense where the initiator is 6'8", 250? I know y'all right now are looking for your outlier, but as soon as y'all find out who that outlier is, ask yourself, is our guy comparable to that outlier person? Trae Young comes down, hits a three. Our point guard runs back up the court. And we have a dude that's 6'8", 250 pounds, bringing the ball back up the court to initiate offense. What in the name of Mary and Joseph are we doing? Hey, good morning, CP the Artist. How are you?
Good morning, Uncle Freezy. Good morning, chat. You know, sometimes I wonder, right? Like, do you like argue with yourself sometimes, like saying, "Hey, Uncle Freezy, before you make up these topics, why don't you counterpoint with yourself? That way, if you counterpoint with yourself, you won't sound so crazy." To answer your question, what 6'9" forward brings up the ball?
6'8", 250. And name one, and then when you name that person, that outlier person, think about if the one we have is comparable to the one you're about to name.
Draymond Green
is not 6'8", 250.
Let's look up his stats, because you know you get your numbers really wrong. You know, yesterday I double checked everything. You said Atlanta was the fourth largest city.
Right.
It's actually the 37th. 37th. You were even in the ballpark.
Atlanta, Georgia is not the.
It's the 37th largest city in America. 37. I live here. I was like,
you're going by land mass. You're not going by population, CP.
I'm going by every single statistics. I double and triple checked. Houston is number 4. Maybe you got one of the southern areas wrong. Like I said yesterday, Atlanta.
You said Atlanta is 37th.
37th in America. Now, get back to Draymond Green, right? Draymond Green is close to what you said, 6'8", 6'9"? Anyway.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, okay. Draymond Green, I just got his contract information up here. He's close to that weight. Here's the thing, Freezy. The deal with Julius Randle, and I hate it as much as you do. I cannot stand him bringing up the ball and not giving it to a point guard. Trust me, I do.
So what are we talking about? So what are we talking about right now?
I understand it.
If you agree with what I'm saying, then what are we doing? Right now?
I could disagree and agree, because you have a semi point, but I think there's another perspective of it. I'll give you an example, right? I wasn't a great player or anything like that, but you know what I like to do off the dribble is take a big man off the dribble. So when you have a Draymond Green, whether you have a LeBron James, whether you have our guy Julius Randle that brings up the ball, right? Who's usually guarding him? Another 4. Another 4 most likely can't stick with him. So he could take the ball up to the perimeter, take him off the dribble, instead of having the point guard bring up where everybody's sagging in the paint. See what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's sort of like you're dragging your man away from the paint, and also you could go around him because he doesn't have that athletic ability to guard you. And Giannis does that too. Giannis brings up the ball most of the time, also. So it's sort of like the positionless basketball that the league is trying to implement. And Jokic brings up the ball sometimes. So it's a quandary. But I don't like it. But here's the thing: we don't have a point guard yet.
The point guard thing is all right. So for one, let me do something real quick. So you're right about Atlanta. Something I saw. Something I saw had Atlanta with a population of over 1 million people, and then I just looked recently at I'm looking right now, and it says Atlanta at 488,000.
Yeah, the city and the surrounding areas is two different things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like New York City has the 5 boroughs. Manhattan alone has more people. In like almost in all of Georgia. The thing is that we're spread out. So spread out.
This is crazy. All right, so the Atlanta thing, I'm just gonna say that you're right, and I'm just gonna move on from that because it's not important to right. So it's just not important to Thibs to the Thibs conversation.
Thibs is not a bad offensive coach.
All right, so the point we're on right now is who at 6'8", 250 brings up the ball and has a creative offense.
Creative offense? LeBron.
Cornerstone Kev. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot you was down there. I was looking at the Atlanta stuff, man. Good morning. Hey, we can't hear you.
You're on mute, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Cornerstone's just too happy, man.
Yeah. Hey, so
you ain't right, man.
Right.
What's happening, Trees? What's up, CJ? How y'all?
Hey, good morning. So my frustration, and I have a lot of frustration with Thibs' offense. Not with Thibs as a coach or a leader of men, but my frustration with Tom Thibodeau is his offense.
Let me ask you a question. When the Celtics won that championship with Garnett, Pierce, and all of them, and Thibs was on there, didn't he have an offensive coordinator on there as well?
Thibs was a defensive coach.
Right.
Doc Rivers was the head coach, and they had a bunch of other coaches on the staff. Yeah. He needs an offensive coach. I'm sorry, coordinator or something, because you're right. His offensive sets were too predictable. Kind of reminds you of like Woody, right? Would you say?
I loved Woody.
I love Woody too. Absolutely.
Woody won 52 games? 54 games?
Yeah, 54 games.
My thing though with Thibs is simple things. Like, anybody in the chat ever played the 5 in high school?
I did.
Right. And so here is the thing. So bigs have to run just as much as guards do in the open court, right? Everybody does. Mm-hmm. Everybody should be running full speed in the open court. You know what I'm saying? A full court setting. Now, guards and wings run more in the half court set, but bigs are more physical in the half court set because they have to screen for 1, 2s, and 3s, right?
Right.
In a conventional sense,
Yeah.
Right. And so bigs, they get their knees taken out, they get bumped on their hips all the time.
Yeah.
The bigs fall a lot because they contest for loose balls, for rebounds. So bigs get banged up, man, a lot, right? So when your big flashes open, cardinal rule number 1, get the ball to the big.
Right.
Say for instance, in a 2-on-1 situation, Cornerstone Kev and CP the Artist are on a fast break. CP the Artist is a big, and I'm just a goofy, slow defender trying to get back. Cornerstone Kev has a look, but CP the Artist has a look that might get contested a little bit, right?
But he can still make the shot.
Basketball would purists would say the open man has to take the shot, but a team player says you have to reward your big man for running the floor.
Of course, yeah.
Because he probably blocked the shot and out hustled everybody down the floor,
right,
to get to that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
And where a smaller guy may lay it up, he may be able to dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or maybe you know what I'm saying? So you gotta reward your big man, right?
I agree with that.
Right. So here's the thing. This year, when the Knicks ran the pick and roll, Derrick Rose turned the corner and our bigs flashed wide open. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying is when after I set the screen, or say for instance, after CP the Artist sets a screen, right? He shows the big the front of his chest and puts his outside hand up high so the guard can pass a high pass to his outside hand that he can gather and go up strong and finish, right?
Okay.
The Knicks ran the pick and roll this year. I saw that happen. Derrick Rose did not make that pass. Let me ask you this. Before you cut me
I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm not trying to cut you off. Ask the question.
Listen, because before you cut me off, the thing is, when a big flashes open in the half court, cardinal rule number 2 is get your big the ball going to the rim where all he has to do is catch the ball and finish. That's what they're trained to do, right? Catch the ball and go to the hole strong. We didn't do that. And you saw this not only with the dudes that cannot get to the hole in Nerves Noel and Taj Gibson, but you also saw it with Obi Toppin and Mitchell Robinson.
Oh yeah.
Right. So in the beginning of the season, you would see Obi cut to the hole and throw his hand up.
Yeah.
And you could throw the ball. Listen.
But there were times that Rose did get Obi the ball on the alley-oop. But for what you were saying, has Derrick Rose through his whole career, was he that type of point guard that would really get the bigs involved?
But Kev, so this is
a good question.
My point to it is,
because I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying.
And my point to it is this: just because you've never done it before and you're put in the role doesn't mean you don't do it right now.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My point is easy. This is easy. In order to throw a lob to a big, from where you are, you throw a soft pass to the outside corner of the backboard.
Right. So
that's all you do. That's
totally get it. Totally get it.
And listen, and if CP the Artist don't catch that ball, I'm gonna cut CP.
Right.
if CP the artist don't catch that pass and that pass go out of bounds, when I'm telling you, y'all gonna have to blow a dog whistle to get me off CP the artist. You know why? Because listen, because CP the artist understands the frustration of a big banging and rebounding, blocking shots, setting screens all game, and not getting the ball. And then when I try to get you the ball, and you don't catch it, and you don't finish, the first thing I'm gonna say is, how are you gonna complain about not getting the ball? And when I try to get it to you, you don't even.
I got a confession. I was that guy that had no hands.
Oh my
I
God!
had no.
So you were Nolan's Noel. So you were Nolan's Noel.
I was Nolan's Noel. You know, I had no hands.
Because I can't call you Taj. I can't call you Taj because Taj had hands.
Right. So to Freezy's point, yeah, if he ain't gonna catch it and dunk it, then there ain't no reason why he gonna trust you. And I don't think that, like I told you when we were having drinks and stuff. I was like, they don't give it to Noel because he has his own hands. And then boom, like clockwork. When he did get the ball, he didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
kick it out of bounds.
Right. And here's the thing too, some people on the court just want to get theirs. Because if you think about this, right?
Burks.
Most of these guys were on 1-year deals.
Yep.
So their numbers that they have to present to a prospective employer, hey, I averaged 13 points, 6 assists, and my turnover ratio was such.
Right.
But if I'm giving it to somebody and they're not going to score, or I can't trust them to catch the ball, and that's a turnover on me, I'm not going to do it. But again, I think, you make a valid point, and I see it. I don't, but I'm going to shoot Thibs bail on this, right? And I'm not a Thibs fan. Because we only had 4 preseason games in a regular season where they had no practice time. It was just walkthroughs and XYZ. Let's give him this offseason where he could implement more offensive plays, and he'll hopefully have a roster that's more offensively talented, and see what he could do with that. But I complained about the pick and rolls. I don't think we ran enough. I don't think we ran them, and when we did run them, they were effective. Except with Derrick Rose. I think when he was able to get the pick and roll, he just attacked that pick and roll and went to the basket. And I think sometimes it has to be in a player's mentality, because sometimes we're on go. Right. You get the ball, you're like, yo, I feel it. I'm gonna shoot it. You know? Right. That's why, and I think that's the problem with not the problem, but the debate with LeBron James, right? LeBron makes good to great basketball plays.
Consistent.
People want right. Yeah. And they want him to be more hungry and more selfish, score 50 points a night, because we know he can, but he'd rather make that basketball play.
That basketball play, yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm going to put y'all on the spot. So you were talking about Derrick Rose, how he wasn't getting it to any of the big men. I'm going to name you 3 guys. You tell me if that narrative would have changed if they were, for us. You think Dame Lillard?
No. Dame
Hell
no. Dame Lillard is not making that pass to no big.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Terry Stotts scrapped Portland's offense 3 years ago.
Yeah.
To go to this Dame time offense that features high screen 3-point looks at the top of the key for CJ McCollum and Dame Lillard.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, they don't run anything different. All they do is take turns running the same offense.
Okay.
Lillard and McCollum. If you look at their offense, they score the exact same way in the same offense, right?
Except CJ got more. CJ's not good as good of a 3-point shooter as Dame, so he gets more of the mid range.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say that. And Dame doesn't want to be as physical. And Dame will go to the basket when you commit to taking away the 3-point shot from him.
It's probably the reason why Marcus Aldridge left, probably too. It's probably the reason why.
Well,
it's the main reason why.
Right. And the thing I will say to Thibs pick and roll offense is they call it a lot, they don't run it a lot. It's like Tony Romo and Jason Garrett. When Jason Garrett used to call run plays all the time, Tony Romo gets in the line of scrimmage and call a pass. Right?
And throw an interception on the next play.
Yeah, and then Jason Garrett be on the sideline like, Tony, why you change the play, Tony? Tony, why you change the play? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With his ridiculous self. And Tony Romo would be like, well, I called a pass play because I saw 7 people in the box.
Yeah.
And he like, that's what you want to run against. You know, but anyway.
Okay. So
but just real quick to the pick and roll thing. The pick and roll thing is this. You gotta have the right guys and chemistry to run a successful pick and roll offense, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing about the pick and roll that we ran this year is when you saw certain personnel on the floor, the other team saw it too.
Yep.
Like when you saw Taj Gibson out there, Taj was going to set a good screen, but he wasn't fast enough to get to the basket. In that case, where Taj Gibson is not physically fast enough to get to the basket, you know what Taj should have done? Kev, you know what Taj should have done, right? Take a guess. Take a guess. Just take a guess. Tell the chat. Just tell the chat what Taj should have done. Well, in the case where he can't beat people to the basket.
You're asking a guy that don't play basketball.
Okay,
play basketball.
But
I did play for. You know what? Honestly,
I'm confused. I'm confused too because I'm like, okay, he ain't gonna hit a jump shot.
He can't hit the jump shot. He's gonna try and try later. He's gonna muscle his way to try.
But CP the artist is right. CP the artist is right though. In the case where you can't beat your man to the basket, you have to be able to be proficient at something else in order to be a threat in that position. Because if you're deficient across the board, the defense won't respect the play. Period.
Right. And let's be real.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Michael Vick. It's like Michael Vick against the dime defense.
Right.
Michael Vick again. Everybody know Michael Vick can't pass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So against the dime defense,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You out there, you like, we know he's gonna run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And let's be real. Between Mitchell Robinson, Lawrence Wells, and Taj was the only one that's like more offensively. He works out more offensively than the other two.
More weapons.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. He has more weapons, which is sad because you're asking that from a 36-year-old.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
But the thing that to Freezy's point, but here's the thing with the pick and roll that we're missing is that when you do the pick and roll, there's a hedger.
Right.
There's somebody hedging off their man to break up that pick and roll. But the thing is that the reason why there's a hedger is because whomever's man is on the 3-point line, if I don't trust that guy, I don't care about his 3-point range. I'm gonna hedge off of him. I'm gonna be basically in the paint because I'm gonna let him shoot. And that person was 90% RJ Barrett. You see, when they did the pick and roll on us with Capella and Young, we had to be tight on those shooters.
Right.
That if we hedged, we would get eaten up with the 3.
Right.
So the thing is that a man will hedge to try to defend that pick and roll. The third defender, but then he's leaving his man open. So
Right.
I believe that was the thing why Thibs didn't want to go with the pick and roll all the time, because it was like, what's the point? We're not going to get we got centers that don't have any hands, and we have suspect 3-point shooters.
Right.
But if you change that around, if you just get a decent 3-point shooter, somebody could really spot up and hit it,
Right.
then you'll have a difference. And I think that's why RJ, he was getting those corner threes and making them.
Right.
Because people were hedging off of the pick and roll, leaving RJ open, and he was hitting them.
Right.
But when the playoffs came, he wasn't hitting those.
And so to our credit, we can hit open 3-point shots because we were 6th in the NBA in 3-point percentage, right? But the thing is when Taj Gibson is not a threat, nobody's hedging.
No.
Right? Everybody's just gluing to their man. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So and the other thing about that too, that one of the guys that knocks down the 3 for us is the pick and roll handler. Whether it's Rolls, who shot 41%, whether it's Quickly, who shot 39%, whether it's RJ, who shot 40%, right? One of the guys that was the pick and roll handler was one of the good shooters. It's not like those shooters were sprayed around the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? So while I get frustrated with Thibs' view on the offense, I'm also frustrated with the personnel.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Because if say for instance, if you had Kev, who was a good offensive center that's attainable in the NBA right now? Who would you say is a offensive center that's available? That's attainable. That's attainable.
That's attainable.
Oh, Evan. What's his name? Evans
from
Taylor. Was it Taylor?
Miles
Turner.
Yeah.
He's one.
Miles Turner gives you the option where if the lane is clogged, he can slide, he can pop, and he can hit a 3.
I think he's the only one, just Freeze. I think he's thinking about all these guys. I mean, you're not going to go Paul Gasol. You're not going to go that way.
But hit me out on this part though. So if you get a Miles Turner, right, a guy that's athletic enough, young and bouncy enough to get to the rim and catch the lob that I keep throwing CP to Artis, because once I turn the corner, all I have to do is a soft pass towards the corner, outside corner of the backboard, and CP to Artis will either catch the lob and dunk it or catch the pass, take one bounce, one power dribble. And anybody in here that played basketball as a big, the coach is going to give you one as a big. You get one power dribble. When you start trying to do your curly nail as a big, coach.
Oh yeah, you get
You already know.
That's why
the Sandman from Apollo coming.
Yeah, that's why it's so maddening. It's so maddening with the ability that Mitch has that he tries to display during the summer. That he didn't translate into the regular season.
But hold on, Kev.
I'm just saying.
Listen to me for a second. Do you know that Shaquille O'Neal is a proficient 3-point shooter? Not in a basketball game, but in practice. There's videos he cannot miss from 3.
He banging.
So here's the thing: being in the game and being in practice is 2 different things. Because
but don't you want to keep practicing your craft? Don't you want to keep perfecting your craft?
Yes,
but it's a different feel,
man.
It's a different feel. Because
go ahead.
Like, no, because like I understand, because like I played basketball in high school, even though football was my primary sport, and I'm 6'3", 260, and I played the 4 and the 5, even though I was primarily a 2. Like in game, like in practice, I could get big on people, but like in the game, it was just different. And like what what I see, I see videos of Mitchell Robinson putting in that work in the offseason. I've seen videos of him going ham at open runs and everything.
And you think that's going to come in? You think that's going to translate, and it doesn't.
It doesn't work like
and
that.
it doesn't. I like the difference is like you playing in open runs and everything. It's basically you're basically playing pickup basketball. Only difference is it's just other pro players from around the world and everything. You get into a game, you get into sets and everything. You're not just running up and down. You got pace of play and everything. Somebody's controlling the place, probably your primary ball handler and everything. Right. And I'm looking at it like Miles Turner would be a great fit. I think you can make the money work because he's going to be asking for some money in about a year or two. Another center that nobody talks about. The only risk is his defense, but like offensively, he can give you production. If you could get a Visa Zubac from the Clippers, he can give you production. But it's just the defense. I'm like, because if you watch the Clippers Masters, you saw him get put in the blender by Luka Doncic. So him defending the perimeter is going to be an issue.
Right. Okay. Somebody said in the chat. What about Ibaka? They say he'll cross less than Miles Turner.
Right.
I like Ibaka. I mentioned him the other day.
Oh, you did? Okay. Okay.
Right. But I don't know how much he has left in the tank though.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, he's still recovering from a back injury.
Wasn't he part of that? Darn.
Yeah. So here's a name for y'all. Hey, Rosie. Here's a name for y'all to consider. Mo Bamba.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
no. You the one that said Freezy? Heck no to Bamba.
That was prior to the Vucevic trade. Did you see how he played after the Vucevic trade when he got?
No, I did not. Yeah, I did not.
And here's the thing: he's still young.
He's 23 years old, man.
Yeah, he can shoot the three. He can block shots, right? And he's athletic enough to get to the basket. Now, finishing is a problem for him because he's not strong enough up top. You know what I'm saying? He's got SpongeBob legs.
Didn't he show flashes of hitting the three as well?
Yeah, that's
what he said. That's what he said.
Oh, that's what he said.
But I think though too, Freezy, just like the Knicks problem, they really don't have a consistent point guard. They're still looking for a point guard. Well, I think they have one with homeboy,
Cole
Anthony. Yeah, but
he's more of a combo guard though.
Exactly. All the guys can't combo guards on that.
But they get Markelle Fultz. They get Markelle Fultz back next year because he has an ACL injury. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but Markelle is more of a
exactly.
But the thing is that what people don't understand, and we have to break down during the summer. We'll have to break down what it is that we expect from point guards, because being the point guard is not just about calling the play and initiating the offense from the point of attack, but it's also about creating spacing and passing angles for people like CP the artist to catch balls in a position where they can be successful. Pause. Catch the basketball in a place where he could be successful, right? Like for instance, if CP the artist sets the screen, what I'm gonna do is
stop saying my name. I retired from basketball.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying, just in general.
Even though I think I could still do it if I give me like 6 months. I think I could drop like 12.
But CP, what I'm saying is, once you set the screen 4 feet away from me, I could tell you, no, CP, back this way, and then you'll get out of that screen and come back. But I will back dribble to give you space so we can still have the 4 feet of space. So once you get set, then I'll use your screen. But I don't want you moving, shuffling your feet, trying to get position. Want you to get set. And once you do, then I'm going to rub my defender off, right? And then I'm going to go. And then once you go, what I'll do is if the defender is trailing you, instead of being parallel to you, I'm going to get out wider. That way, if a weak side defender don't come help, I can still throw the lob, but instead of being on the inside of you, I'll be on the outside throwing my pass to the opposite side to the opposite corner where you can catch it and throw it down. You know what I'm saying? Our point guards don't do that.
I agree with you, and I think there's a physical reason why. here's this. Our point guards are mostly, 6'3" and under, right?
Yeah.
When you have a defender who got his hands up like this, you have to throw that ball over
Right.
accurately.
Right.
This is why LeBron James is like one of the greats. He'll get in that pick and roll. He's sick because he's 6'8", 6'9". He could boom hit it.
Right.
Frank Ntilikina, with his 7-foot wingspan, could make those passes.
Right.
LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, because they're 6'6", 6'7", they can make those passes.
Right.
Trey, like when they started doubling Trey Young and he was making all those turnovers in the game against Philly, right? The thing was that he was always he was turnover prone in college.
Yeah.
The thing was because his small stature, a good defender, a smart defender on that pick and roll is going to put his hands up.
Right.
So because even if you're going to beat me on that pass, I'm going to make it harder for you. I'm going to make it harder for you. You're going to have to out lob this. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to either get tipped or your vision is going to be blurry, to see where it's going to go, Sometimes you got to make that little bounce pass, but that bounce pass might be dangerous because if that hedger comes and your big man got to catch it low,
right?
And now he has to dribble. That's the other thing too, right?
Yeah,
that's the other thing too. If he has to catch it and dribble, it's over.
It's over. You don't want your big. Yeah. You don't want bigs dribbling in traffic. Period. Absolutely. You don't want that.
Because now they're gonna be like, "Oh, what do I do with it?" Especially New Orleans Noel.
Right.
You don't want him dribbling.
Right. That man got Butterfinger, bro.
So I named Dame Lillard. What about Kyle Lowry? Do you think he's that point guard? That one. You don't think he's leaving?
Well, he's a free agent this summer, but because when they was trying to trade him, he wanted to go to Philly, but Toronto wanted like too much, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna. Especially Kyle Lowry's on like the backside of 33, I think 34,
right?
And I'm like first round pick and like Tyrese Maxey. I'm like, nah, that's too much for that dude.
Right.
Now they wanted Maxey and Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, Matisse. I was like, nah, that's like, yeah, keep him, yeah. Right. But like he's a free agent now,
right? But what I was asking was what Freezy was saying. Was trying to use the analogy of using a point guard for the pick and roll to get it, to get it to the big man. Right. We already said Dame Lillard's not that dude. I'm asking, is Kyle Lowry that dude?
I mean, I think he could be that dude. For me, like it's just a matter of like, with him, it's just staying healthy. He got the IQ. The thing, especially what I noticed, like when he played in the finals a couple years ago, him operating with Kawhi Leonard and everything, he knows how to get the people of the basketball that are cooking right then and there. And what he's learned, if you watched him over the last 5 years, he's learned how to control pace of play a lot better. Right. Like because you watched him when he was in Houston and everything. And when he was in Memphis, if y'all actually remember when he was in Memphis, and
he was fat in Memphis. He was fat.
That man was a big old boy back in Memphis and everything. Yeah. So
right. Okay,
but now I gotta
he's better. Like
Kev, I gotta ask you a question. What's up with your boy Sergeant G-Man for life?
What did he do?
Wrong. Just on the big man thing.
What did he do?
When he gave Mitchell Robinson an F for the season, get the heck out of here.
But here's the thing. You know what? I totally agree. But the thing about it was, the both of us wanted to give him an incomplete because he didn't finish out he hardly finished out the season.
Right.
I wanted to give him an incomplete. I wanted to give him, Knox, and Ntilikina incompletes because they hardly even played.
Yeah.
But Sim was gun ho about
you got to give
him. Huh?
Knox played a lot, bro.
You know what I mean.
In the beginning of the season.
You know what I mean. But who got more run? Obi Toppin or Knox?
In the beginning, it was Knox.
I don't know. Okay, we're not talking about Knox. I understand.
Knox was getting, just to clarify, Knox was getting 20 minutes a game, and the Knicks were 2 games under 500. And Thibs sat Knox made them situational, and the Knicks finished the season 10 games over 500.
Well, never mind. I'm starting to get into a hoodie calf thing. But to answer your point, CP, I'm with you. That's why I gave him. I gave him a C. I gave him a C because
you gave who a C?
I gave Mitchell Robinson a C. I gave him a C. I think I gave him a C. It was either a C or a D plus because we had to give him a grade. I wanted to give him an incomplete and everything. So but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. CP. I don't know. All right, so let's agree to this. Let's agree to this. So we named those point guards. So let's just say that the only point guards that would get our bigs the ball is CP, and the Ball brothers. Just those three.
What?
That would give them the ball. LaMelo. Well, for us, it would be we would get
Lonzo.
the older brother Lonzo. We would get Lonzo.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
I would say though, in terms of the pick and roll offense, what I wanted to do though is put a bow on the Julius Randle thing. My thing with Julius Randle is this. It makes no sense for a player that is 250 pounds that's not going to be able to push the pace or initiate or create offense for others with a live dribble to catch the ball, take the inbounds pass and bring it up the floor. Like with Cornerstone Kev playing point guard, right? It makes no sense for me to take the ball out of Cornerstone Kev's hands and not allow him to create offense with a live dribble, as opposed to catching the ball, coming down, getting in the high post, waiting on a double team, waiting for the double team to come, trying to find an open man, and forcing up a shot late in the shot clock. It makes no sense to do that.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. I get it.
Yeah. So my point is if you want to play point forward for me, for Uncle Freezy's team, you're a point forward when your defense creates a missed shot and you get the rebound.
Mm-hmm.
That way you push it. So I'm going to reward Julius Randle when he plays good defense. He can be a point forward. But you're not going to play lackadaisical defense and then give up a basket and then take the inbound pass and come down.
Right.
No, we know.
Right.
And chat, don't try to kill me on this Julius Randle lackadaisical defense thing. Right? Julius Randle gave up a lot of shots in the playoffs.
Sure did.
Right? A lot of offense was created on Julius Randle.
Yep.
And so what I'm saying is, Julius Randle, if you're going to play point forward, you are going to make point. You're going to play point forward on defensive possessions that you created to miss. And what that dude does is it motivates Julius to play better defense, right?
Yeah.
And then get the rebound and push the pace in an odd man rush.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I say, I don't know if have you ever thought about this, like having Thibs cut the court in half for Julius. Have you ever thought about that?
I'm sorry. What do you mean? You said cut the court in half?
Basically, so it's a scheme that that Phil used to do for Kobe and Jordan later on in their careers, but you can do the same thing with Julius Randle.
Instead of him bringing it up, is that what you're saying?
No, instead of him bringing up, have him operate out off the block. Can he facilitate from the block? Because it's possible. I see, because Ben Simmons does it a lot. Basically, you have him, and he has to improve his game. If he can improve his game going to his right.
Yeah,
and he can become a scoring threat going to his right. What that opens up is that if you try to double team, he sees a double team coming, you kick it out to the shooters. The offense centers around him from the block, and defenses will collapse. So when defenses collapse, they're going to leave their man open, and there's only so much rotation you can do, because eventually it's going to be like, okay, do I plaster my man and let Julius, cook who he's on, or
Okay.
do I double Julius and force him to kick out to the shooter? And that's contingent on, can he do it? Because I believe he can. And it's also contingent on can Julius improve his game? Can Julius improve his game going to his right and learning how and increasing his basketball IQ, knowing what the defense is trying to do, trying to exploit his weaknesses? Can he make his weaknesses a strength? Because if he can do that, Lord have mercy. The potential is like, it's wonderful what he can do.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So my thing is I think Julius Randle. I heard a stat where Julius Randle was third in the NBA in post-up opportunities. I want to take that away. I want to get Julius down to about 15.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the reason why I say that is because defenses manipulate who's going to shoot the ball when they send a double team. So say for instance, if Cornerstone Kev is hot and P Rose is hot, I'm not sending their man to double. I'm gonna leave their man plastered on them and send Nerlens Noel's man to double. And I look at because I like I would rather live and die with Nerlens Noel for 3 than Cornerstone Kev, who was scorching hot. Thank you.
I agree. What you got there? What kind of juice you got there?
It's called lemonade.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
I like that Blorange Tears mug you had the other week. I mean, that was cool.
Oh, it's fire, man. That teardrop. It's that teardrop.
Man. It's on the it's in the online mall.
I'm gonna have to cop that.
Yeah. So Freeze. So I got to put you on the spot. I just named you 4. Oh! What about the other guard from Chicago?
Kobe
White.
No, not Kobe White.
Zach LaVine.
Oh, Saturansky.
No, not him either.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine. Yeah, Zach LaVine.
He's more of a 2.
He's more of a 2. Okay, so he's not a point. Okay, so he's not a point. So now, Freeze, I put you on the spot then. The point guards that I just named, aside from Zach LaVine, the point guards I just named, do you want to go after them, or do you want to roll the dice in the draft? What do you want to do? You're on the spot. What do you want to do?
I want to do both. I think you can do both. I think you can go after Zach LaVine and acquire a point guard in the draft.
But you know what? We already have a point guard in the mist here. We just got to see how he works in the summer league.
I don't count that dude, man.
Why not? Why not?
Wait, who y'all talking about?
Luka Valdoza.
Oh, that dude got in the draft?
Yeah. No. The one we just signed over the year.
Okay. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's a carbon copy of the guy that's playing for Denver right now.
Yeah, Campazzo.
Yes. And you saw how Campazzo gave us fits.
He gave us, yeah.
We thought we would have something with
Campazzo
Murray
was
out.
5'10", this dude is 6'3".
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
But the thing about it though is this.
We made the mistake with Prigioni too. Back years ago, we said, "Oh, we got Prigioni. Oh, who's this guy?" And then he was like, "Oh, okay, we see who this is." And he was 30 something.
Right.
He was 30 something. This guy's 25, I think he is. 23.
He's 25. 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think he's like between 23 and 25.
25.
I mean,
yeah. And I think he was like the most. Go ahead.
I like him. I wonder where's the Knicks draft placement gonna be? Are they gonna be like 16 to 20? Like, I don't know where they're gonna be.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're gonna trade up because it makes a lot of sense. Because there's no way that 4 guys are gonna be on this squad. I don't think it's gonna happen. Because we got 2 in the first and then 2 in the second. So there's no way.
I think they could.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think they're gonna trade up. So
there's
3. Okay, the point guards in the draft. Cade Cunningham's out of the picture. He gone. He's gonna be first pick.
Gone. Yep.
Jalen Suggs. He probably gone in the first top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Dude, I want you to look at this. Dude from Baylor, Davion Mitchell. No
Davion
relation to
Mitchell.
don't
Okay.
no relation to Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
Davion Mitchell,
Right.
Baylor point. Really, there's going to be three Baylor guards, and they're all point guards. The three starting Baylor guards. They're going to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
Either one of them are good, but Davion Mitchell by far. Not only he's a facilitator, but he is a great defender. Like, he reminds me. He reminds me of like a CP3 with his facilitating ability, but like his motor, he has that Russell Westbrook type motor on the defensive end. Like, he's gonna give it to. He's gonna lock you up. He can lock up one and he can lock up two. He's a good 6'4", 205 pounds.
Mhm.
3-point percentage. He shot 37% during like the regular season, but when it came to the tournament, he shot 43% from 3-point in the tournament.
Okay.
So he's a good fit. That's one point guard. There's another guard.
Where do you see
Out of-
Davion? What do you see Davion projected?
They say
Top
he's
10.
projected top 10. He's top 10.
Yeah.
The lowest he could fall is like outside of the top 15. But his tournament before the tournament, he was literally like a projected late first rounder, early second rounder. But his tournament was beautiful.
Okay, so 10
Also
to
you got
15. Okay.
yeah.
Hey,
I don't know
Cat
what.
Cornerstone, he's a jitterbug. He like the dude. He's like a little. He's a jitterbug, except he's not little. He's like a free safety build,
Okay.
like 6'2", 205.
205. Okay, and how tall is he?
Kev, 6'2", 205.
Yeah, 6'2",
Oh, you said
yeah,
6'2", 6'2",
Yeah,
205.
yeah,
Ah,
two-
60, yeah, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's 6'2", 205. But
Yeah.
he's got excellent spatial quickness, right? Like quickness in space. He's got and a great defender, and he'd be a perfect fit. So he's listed at 6'2", 205.
Okay.
Now, college heights and the NBA heights are different.
It's different.
Of course.
So yeah, because they had Donovan Mitchell at 6'3". Donovan Mitchell is not 6'3", but anyway.
All right, so I'm gonna have to look at him. I'm gonna have to look at him. You know how you were advocating for Quickly to be, that starter?
Yes.
Do you see this guy being as good as Quickly or better?
Oh, he'll be better than Quickly.
He'll be better.
He'll be
better.
Okay.
But in terms of scoring, Quickly is better, I think.
Quickly is better. Like, because in terms of scoring, if you watch Davion Mitchell, like, he was giving you about like 9 to 11 points a game in college. You put that on the NBA, that's like giving you like 16, 17 points a game or something like that on the NBA level.
Right.
But that was in the regular season because the two other Baylor guards, they were their main scorers. They had one of the best 3-point shoot. They had two of the best 3-point shooters on their team as the other two guards. So he was mainly a facilitator and a defender. But in the tournament, especially in the NCAA tournament, he averaged 15 points a game on like 46% from the field, like 43% from the three, and like almost 90% from the line. So he stepped his game up. And if you're watching a championship game, he put Jalen Suggs in solitary confinement. And Jalen Suggs was that dude that was balling on everybody. And he put that dude, had him locked up, was having that Akon sound. Locked up, won't let me out. Yeah, he's putting that work in, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Okay, so who's the other guy that you were that you wanted us to look at?
Yeah. I forgot his name. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all could get him. Johnny Juzang out of UCLA.
Johnny. How do you spell his last name?
Juizhang.
Okay. And you say UCLA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get Johnny.
Hey, what's
He's
going
good,
on,
though.
Boogie?
And I don't say like as a one or like he's just like he could be a complimentary piece. Other point guards I'm looking at, in terms of free agents. Yeah. Thank you. That's who I was thinking of.
Deion Johnson.
Thank you.
Nice.
Deion Johnson.
Thank you.
But he's
Thank
probably
you.
going like 4 or 5. He going right after Suggs and all that. He going like right.
Dude out of Tennessee lives right down the street from me.
Tennessee.
Gosh.
Do we have enough assets? And I'm asking Freeze this. Do we have enough assets to move up into the top 5?
It depends on how much you like Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox.
Honestly, I think the best we gonna get is the 10. That's my opinion. And D Mitchell, Davion Mitchell might be at 10. That's the furthest we get is the 10. If we can get D Mitchell, that'll be a good draft.
That'll be a good draft.
If we can package like the 21st pick and like one of the second, or even if we package 1 first and 2 seconds and get to 10 and get D Mitchell, we still have number 19. We can still get somebody at 19.
Right.
We may not get 4 guys, but we may get 2 guys.
Well, it's just like what Jay Boogie said. All 4 are not going to play, and I don't want to. I don't want to have another situation where we're like Boston, and Boston has all those picks. They ain't done nothing.
Right. I think the most we'll get is 2, but that's okay. I'm still okay if we get 2. There's a lot of talent in this draft. I'm telling you, a lot.
There is a lot of
There's
talent.
a ton of it. There's a lot of point guards
in this draft. Yep.
Like they got
especially shooting guard. There is a
ton
of shooting guards.
The boy out of Houston, bro. Who that boy out of Houston that was like killing it from downtown this year? I forgot his name.
Oh, geez. Let me see if I can find him.
Downtown.
That's the dude that got that transfer from Kansas.
Yeah, that Grimes dude. I don't know. I forgot his first name. Yeah, Quentin Grimes.
What's his name? What's his name?
Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes. Okay.
That boy.
He was highly on our radar his freshman year, but he decided to stay another year in college and he transferred and went over there to Houston. I think it worked real good for him.
Houston. How tall is he?
He like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there.
Okay. 6.
I really want Trey Mann. I would hope they get Trey Mann.
Oof. Yeah.
Trey Mann.
Yeah, Trey. What's your thoughts on Corey Kispert?
Nah.
Y'all just throwing them out left and right. Okay. Trey.
I'm not really high on him, but he's, what's funny? He's 6'7", just like Duncan Robinson. He can shoot just as well. And
what's his name again?
Corey Kispert.
Corey Kispert.
He puts the ball on the floor like a little bit more than, but not as much. But he's
Kispert, and
he's like a subpar defender. But I don't know if his defense can translate. He'll be a steal for a team though. But he can shoot. Yeah. His shooting is elite though. He got range. Like, I don't want him. I don't want him on the Knicks. I'm good. That's just my opinion.
Who was that guy Trey that you said? What was his last name?
Oh, Trey Mann. Yo,
Trey Mann. That boy special. That boy special.
You'll be like, yo, I want Trey Mann. I'm telling you.
Right now.
You're gonna be surprised that he's even falling to the 20s. He's nice.
Falling to the 20s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez.
Like in the mock draft so far, because it's a lot of talent, yo. You're gonna see.
It's a lot of talent.
It's a lot of talent. We can't.
Is that the boy from Florida?
Yeah.
Gators,
yeah.
Okay. So can we go? Can we have an agreement that if management does not get a point guard in this draft, that they've screwed up big time? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they plan on getting, I guess 1 through free agency, but I mean, there's so much talent in the draft. We should at least get one, and he could just play behind. I mean, if we keep Rose, he could a good point guard in the draft could play behind Rose. There's so many good point guards. Then yeah, we probably would mess it up if we don't.
I don't know. if Freezy gonna go for that one.
So your thing is this: whoever you get, you want to make sure it's a good fit for what Tom Thibodeau is looking to do going forward. You don't want to get a carbon copy of what you already have that's inefficient in Tom Thibodeau's offenses and defensive sets. Like for instance, you don't want to get a point guard that score first and that can't defend. You already have 2 of them, and Derrick Rose and Quickly, right? Quickly is more of a combo guard, but the thing is you don't want to get a smallish guard that can only score and not defend and can't facilitate for others. You already have that in Rose and Quickly.
Well,
right?
Trey Mann has playmaking potential.
Yeah, and he's 6'5".
And he's 6'5". And Jared Butler his playmaking is off the charts. I mean,
right, and he's 6'3".
That boy.
He's a little smaller than Trey Mann. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Butler's a better two
He's
than
a
he
better
is
all around.
running a team. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He's better at
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, or playing on the wing, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. He
Right.
can handle, but handling the rock and running the team are two different situations. But I really haven't got all the way past the situation as far as dealing with Luka. You know what I'm saying? This new guy we got. But it's
Right.
looking like to me, I'm not going after man, and I got Luka coming in. You know, that's just where I'm looking
Yeah.
at. I just don't see somebody like man. Now if I'm trading all the way up and I'm getting my hands on Suggs, that's a different scenario. But
Oh, yeah.
this Luka kid is looking like he got a whole lot of potential. And I'd rather deal with that than to get me somebody 15, 16, 17 that's going to be somebody I'm going to have to work with anyway. But this kid right here looking like he got something coming in the future.
I know. So Jay Boogie, let me ask you this.
Pardon me real quick.
Yeah.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? My bad. Pardon self. God bless you all, great men. It's good to see y'all. Beautiful day. Eyelids are open. We got life. We got health. We got strength, man.
Amen.
God bless you all, man. Go ahead, Cornerstone. Show me them numbers.
God bless, brother.
So what I was gonna say, ask you is, we were in agreement. You even put this in my head that we don't want to be like what the Celtics did, having all these picks and not
Right.
doing anything with them. So with what you just said, that if we can get Suggs, that'd be great. If not, what do you want to do if we take those picks and try and move up? What do you want to do?
Be honest with you, the best scenario that I look at, and I would like, but it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, luck happening. I'm looking for Detroit maybe to get the second pick because we know who's going number one.
Right.
If Detroit got the second pick, and I know they're going for a big, and if it was me in that office, guess what? You can have the Dallas pick, and I'll swap with the LA Clipper pick and Mitch. Let me get that number 2 spot.
Okay.
Because solidify with that dude Suggs for the rest of his career. I'm solidified. You know what I'm saying? We got to have a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Whether we gonna train one up or go get one that's majorly ready, or unless we drag on trading for one. But that dude right there is major. He's a walking thinker. He played quarterback first, so you know he can facilitate. Then he played point guard. That's more facilitating. That's the type of guy that's gonna get everybody better. And he played lockdown defense. He plays deep, and he ain't scared of money.
Man. He a dog, bro. He a dog, man.
He a dog. Okay. All right. I like that.
So
Well, y'all
much.
gave me some names, man. Y'all gave me man. I got like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
yeah,
6 names.
I got more names for you.
Okay, who you got?
Well, a few more. But I'm just not thinking of the top 10 guys.
Right.
Got okay, I said D Mitchell. We said D Mitchell. I said Keon
I like
Johnson.
that. I like
Jalen
that
Johnson.
shooter. I like that shooter coming out of LSU, Cameron. I like him.
Yeah.
Cam Thomas.
Yeah, I like
Cam Thomas is
Yeah.
he's a scorer, but he don't. Well, yeah, he's a good scorer. He's a
We
scorer.
don't have a 2. We don't have
We
a
don't
2.
have Yeah.
I ain't too crazy about Cam Thomas, but I like him though. He's solid.
What about who's the dude my boy play for Michigan this year?
Franz Wagner.
Yeah,
I ain't
Wagner.
You know what? Franz Wagner is a dude that Thibs and Rose would like, but I would be mad if they traded up for him. If they traded up for that,
I mean, no, he's gonna be like if they like so like the dude said if you trade one the first because y'all have 2 firsts and 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
The Knicks have 2 firsts. Okay, I don't know what the first pick, but you trade one, you get to the number 2 pick. Let's say hypothetically if Detroit gets it, you trade those picks and get Mitch out of there. You draft Jalen Suggs. You got your 1.
Right.
You have another first. There's another first rounder there. He's projected as a late first rounder, early second rounder. So like, if he falls, I was like, okay, it's possible that you could get him. And I'm like, if I'm speaking this, like if I'm talking to like the Knicks management on Leon Rose and them,
they would
the
like
upper
him,
brass, They would like him.
I don't want him,
Like
but
I don't want to like.
He fits their
He's the
mold,
type
yo.
of he's like D Rose would love him. Tibbs would absolutely adore him. I just hope we don't run him.
Yeah, they would love him. I don't know what it is. They would love him.
He's like their type of player. Like there's other dudes like that I could think of.
I'd rather get Charles Bassey.
Okay.
Than Franz Wagner. Charles
Bassey
is solid.
There's another two. He didn't get to play. I forgot. He played. He didn't get to play this year. He actually got to play guard from Missouri. I forgot. Yeah, SEC had a whole bunch of good players that was in this year. It's like he's a junior. He's a junior, but he plays two. I forgot. He goes to Missouri.
Don't forget about Cooper neither. That's in the realm of 18 to 23.
Sharif Cooper from Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather Jared Butler over Cooper, but I mean Cooper's.
Yeah, I'll take Jared Butler, but
is he gonna facilitate?
Nah, yeah, Sharif Cooper a pure facilitator. I will say that. Pure facilitator. Yeah. But Jared Butler is. I mean, I don't know. We can't go wrong with either one.
Like you can't. Like I'm looking at this. So if you look at, there are out of all eligible draftees, 35% of this year's draft is point guards.
Right.
35%. And of that 35%, almost 87% of them have a draft grade of 80 or higher.
Right. No, it's a deep draft. I'm saying we can't even.
It's a deep.
So there's going to be like Knicks can't mess up.
There's going to be people there's going to be kids that aren't drafted. They're going to get signed, be a free agent and everything. Going to be signed to G League teams. They're going to be like steals. If they get called up to be like two-way players, like you never know. Like the Knicks may get somebody, like you may find somebody in the rub because this draft is deep. Like there's even some like people like that are not in like the main Power 5 schools that are going to get good looks at. There's a dude, I forgot he played for Cincinnati. The dude played for there's a guard that plays for Cincinnati. I forgot his name. But he was balling in the AAC
not
tournament.
Green, right? Not Johnny Green.
No, not him, other dude.
I'm bugging.
Yeah. But like
I give you another sleeper. Another sleeper. And I share this with people. He get ready to be the next Joker. That boy Garza at Iowa. I'm telling you.
Oh, Luka Garza.
Gazzo?
Yeah,
Garza.
I'm telling you.
Luka Garza.
He's going to fall somewhere between 25 and that early second round pick we got.
Yeah, he was
I think. What school is he from?
Iowa. Back to back National Player of the Year. Back to back.
Mm-hmm. He's got a smooth game.
Hey, what's up, Spray? I'm sorry. What's happening?
What's up, man?
All right.
Yeah, he reminds me so much of the Joker, man. Playing up there at the top of that key, he facilitates. He can knock that tray down. He passed. He's going to post. You know what I'm saying? He
shot 50, 40, 90 this year. He shot 50, 40, 90 as a center, bro. As a center. Yep. He shot 50, 40, 90 as a center.
That's on the Knicks if they
Well, you said he's falling down to. Is he a first round or a second round?
Probably like
he's a late first round. Like the reason why, because he's like his 3-point. Even though he shot 40% from three this year, it's just he doesn't shoot like the typical center. He shoots about 2 or 3 a game, and they're questioning. They're also questioning. Can he defend his defense? Although it's good in the post, if he gets his issue was when he got switched on. Like to guards, at times he got cooked, but like that was mainly against like Illinois when he got cooked by that Dasumu good. That I forgot
Io is good too.
Yeah, he got cooked. He got cooked by these guards and these perimeter players. Like every time he got switched on, so that's one reason he's falling. But I'm like, you get a dude, he's 7'1". Average 26, 9, and 6.
I don't know 50, if you mentioned. I don't know if you mentioned this. How's he good? How's he good from 3-point range?
Last year he shot 36%. This year he shot 40% for the regular season.
Okay.
And his
Because that's the thing now that I mean to cut you off, but that's the thing that we need now. Not just a person that could be a run runner and all like that, but they're looking for bigs to take him out. Right.
yeah. But like he's back to back. Well, him and Obi Toppin, they were co-national players of the year last year.
Oh, they were. Oh, okay. All right.
And he won it, and he was unanimously voted. He was unanimously voted by the whatever that as the Naismith National Basketball Player of the Year. But like people are gonna be critical because his last game against Michigan, he did struggle, and then in the tournament, the game that they lost, he did struggle. But I'm not gonna judge, 3 years of work 3 years of work based off of 2 really bad games and everything. Yes, he has work to do, but the potential is there. Like the dude said, he's literally the next Jokic. And the difference is he got muscle. He ain't like Jokic was when he came into the league. The dude is swole.
Okay.
Dude got muscle on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna look him up in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Yo,
him up
who was when the Pelicans was gonna give a pick with Bledsoe? What does anybody know? What pick that was?
I think that's like I thought it was a first round or a second round?
It was the first round.
I think it's based on where where they finish, I guess. I don't know.
The Pelicans have 3 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they about to be nice.
They got the 10th pick, they got the 34th pick, and they got the 40th pick.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is that they need defense, really. I mean, they need defense.
They might be looking at Davion Mitchell or Keon Johnson.
Because the thing is they got a guard. The thing is you got Lonzo's their best defender by far, and he's the best defender on the team. The stats show it.
He might be
but like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best scorer.
Okay.
Out of the guards, and then they got Kyra Lewis. He's gonna be all right, but like in terms of like if you want scoring, like if you want scoring, you can go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, although his basketball IQ is like Kuzma level.
Okay.
But if you want but Lonzo, like the thing with Lonzo is that it's not really his shooting because his free throw percentage has really gone up this year. I think he's about 78%, which is still average, but it's not 47%. But and his 3-point is 38. He shot 38% from the 3 this year and 42% from the field. So his shooting is better. It's just him. It's just being aggressive. Because he can run the fast break and everything. It's just in half court sets. He's so concerned with being a facilitator. I'm like, bro, sometimes we need you to shoot the ball. Like shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we don't need. Don't be afraid. If you miss your first 3 shots, bro, don't hold your head down and go sit in the corner like you in timeout or something. Like you gotta be a threat, even if like we love the fact that you're unselfish. You want to get everybody involved, but I'm like, please shoot the ball when you're wide open. Golly.
I mean, I like Lonzo
looking at the rim. The rim looking at him. I don't like that. The rim is not there to look at you, man. The rim don't do but one thing. It accepts the basketball. That's all it does. Yeah. I'm gonna share one more thing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm getting ready to go do this estimate. I just want to come aboard, and rock with y'all for a few minutes. But I'm gonna share this right here with y'all because I'm down in North Carolina. And already seen the talk that the Knicks might be interested in John Wall. So I had to go double check and look in some things so I don't talk to his peoples and stuff. John Wall has lost 7 pounds. John Wall was not injured at the end of the season. John Wall, the truth, that had not played no more because he was going to ask to get brought out so he can go and play when he wanted to play last year. But none of that situation happened. Let y'all know John Wall has lost 7 pounds. John Wall might be somebody for us to look at, and we can get a draft pick from them for us, taking on his salary. He got 2 years left on that
deal.
That deal he got. That means his money becomes free at 2023 That's the crop where everybody's a free agent. So that might be something to look at. You know what I'm saying? A young John Wall that's is losing weight, that's gonna turn back into his quick self. Immediate point guard. He's only 31 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? And his money come off the books in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Might be something that we might can take a look. More importantly, we can get a draft pick. It ain't like we ain't got the cap space for it. We got plenty enough cap space, and we'll have something else left over. Because you could steal him with a Kevin Knox, a Frank, you know what I'm saying, and maybe take and get him a second round and get John Wall his contract in one of their first rounds. You can do that, you know what I'm saying? But just to throw something out there that I'm down here with, you know, with some people that know some people, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, just
so you wouldn't mind a John Wall being on the team then? You wouldn't mind taking a stab at a John Wall? Okay.
Hell no. Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
He not injured? Hell no. You talking about a elite point guard.
That man, like, he ain't hurt. Nah, he further stay for hurt. He good now. I don't know what I've been hearing. Like, I got some friends, like, especially if you talk about New Orleans, they talking about, I don't think the Josh Hart may be available, and I know he's not a point guard, but like he gives you scoring, defense, and you know he gets absurd numbers of boards whenever he's on his game. So I'm like, you know, that's somebody.
I think we need more guys like that, and I'm also about to bounce, kind of like J Bug. I gotta turn on this French Open Nadal Djokovic. I gotta see what's going on there. But I'll just leave you with this. We are in play. If you listen to other fan bases, they're getting nervous. Why you talk about my players? The reason we're talking about your players is because it's going to be interesting. Stuff's going on behind the scenes. I saw the look in Kawhi's eyes last night. I saw it. I understand CP's balling in Phoenix, but Leon Rose's family. So everything is in play, but I like the talk you guys are having because you're focused on the draft, which is where the focus should be. Because if we don't hit on our draft picks, it don't matter. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, sweet. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy, bro.
Take it easy, bro. Yeah, there's too much talent. It just got me worried, man. And keep in mind, what's the name? SGA is in OKC. He's not in New Orleans.
No, I was talking about Josh Hart.
Oh, okay.
And just the words of Brian Winehurst. I hope I said
Winehurst.
Yeah, Winehurst. Yeah, you good.
This is his words. In the middle of the season, around All-Star break, this is what he said. The New York Knicks are in position to trade for a disgruntled All-Star and later on sign a free agent All-Star to come. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you're right, man. You
talking about this offseason, right, J Boogie?
Yeah,
talking about ain't but one disgruntled guy out there right now. It's time.
It is. We've been bowing down all too long. It's time. You're absolutely right.
Lord Jesus.
I'm talking about Dame.
You talking about that man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man from the Northwest. Yeah.
Oh no, Dame time in New York, bro. The city would be blowing up, bro.
All right, J Boogie, be easy, bro.
All right, J Boogie,
y'all take it easy, man.
Okay, man. Yeah. All right. Love you, bro.
God bless.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
We might not draft nobody. That's what makes me sad. But yeah, y'all go ahead.
See, the thing, it's not about drafting. It's just like if I'm the New York Knicks brass, like if I'm in like the war, that's the draft from the war room as they call it. I'm like, what we got all this great. We know that there's a whole bunch of great point guards in the draft, not just in the first, but in the second as well. We know that for sure. First of all, can we dial it down to the point guards that fit our mold, Knicks basketball mode? Can we dial it down?
Yeah. And
then so if I'm dialing it down, I'm looking at Davion Mitchell, Jalen Suggs, other dudes. You can look at a Jared Butler and everything. You can look at these dudes,
right?
All right, and I was like, and then you gotta pick one. My thing is the Knicks. You gotta be all in. If I'm talking to like Leon Rose, if I'm with you, I'm like, we invested this money. You gotta be all in, bro. Like, we all. If it's your decision, like you gotta be all in. You can't be hesitant because the problem is, you got a bevy of You got a bevy of what's it called? Talent. It's like a smorgasbord of talent. Pick what you want. Like pick what you
Right.
think is gonna make our
Right.
team better.
Right.
And be
Well,
confident in it. Like that's the thing.
yeah. Here's my only fear, and this goes back to Tibbs. Now you know how he's always so um, veteran heavy that he only wants to really play veterans.
Ugh.
I'm just really surprised. I'm really
Hate it.
surprised how Obi and Quick, were able to get the time that they got and everything. My only concern is whoever we get in this draft that we'll be all happy for if he doesn't get the run. That's my only
You know what?
my only concern with that.
You know what, Kev? I was thinking about this yesterday because I
Yeah.
just did my homework on the draft yesterday, so I did a
Mhm.
lot of homework on it. That's why I'm excited
Right.
to talk about it. I was thinking, last season the Knicks didn't really have a training camp like that, if I'm not
No.
mistaken, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I'm thinking Tibbs with a training camp, he might actually get to see guys, and he might change his perspective. I'm just throwing that possibility out there.
Okay.
He might.
Okay.
No, that's just my optimism. Like thinking, like he might.
And I could roll with that.
Yeah, like he might see. He might have a actual full training camp. He might get a better look at Obi and quickly. He might see
Yeah.
guys. Guys may work harder in the off season. I feel like they're gonna put in work in the off season, and then you pair that up with, let's say we do draft 2 guys or 1 guy. You put that with that, and they see how he sees how hard they work, and he's like, you know what? Maybe I do got to start trusting the kids more. He might change his whole perspective coming into the season,
Right.
and then what's after training camp? The summer league and all that stuff. He might, he
Well, I
might.
think
Well,
summer
well,
league. Summer
well,
league is
some
like 2 weeks after the
yeah,
draft.
2 weeks
Yeah, well, it's
after the
after the
draft.
draft. Yeah. So summer
Yeah.
league. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna have summer league this year. I think they are, right?
Oh, they are.
They are.
They are. Oh,
They
yeah.
are.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
already been set
It's already
for
been.
Vegas. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they're
I'm
gonna have
going.
summer league.
I'll be out there this summer, man. I'll be out there.
You lucky,
That's what's up, man. Yeah,
lucky.
the fact that Tibbs may change, he may change perspective with that. With seeing, he might something may happen.
So, okay. So what you're thinking, your thought process is, this with the training, missing the train camps and everything, it was all wash. So you're thinking your thought is his thinking will change when
It's possible.
possible. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying it. I'm saying this. Like you get a summer league, and the thing is, what people don't know, like they've done some changes and everything. Because usually, what you see at the summer league and everything is
Mhm.
like on the bench you see the assistant. You don't see a lot of the head coaches. You see a lot of the assistant coaches there.
Yeah.
Right.
Deep personnel. But like now, like they're doing training where like they'll bring some of the veterans in to work with these rookies and these young players before they play the games and everything, and they'll be scrimmaging and everything. Plus, now that these restrictions are being lifted up and everything, you get to see workout. You get workouts again. So you could call these dudes back in for like a second or third workout before the draft. And you can have them go against some of your other players that you already have and everything, and you can see what it's like. And, with training camp, now since we're going back to a full season, a regular season next year, you're gonna have those full preseason games. You're gonna have those mini camps. You're gonna have those days where you could do one-on-one shoot arounds and everything. And you can see, where you at. I think Tibbs, this he's learned from his past mistakes. He's like, I can't be too. I want my vets, to be the forefront. Of what my mission statement for the team is. But I realize that I got to put the best players available out there. Like I got to. And if I get a rookie, whether it's Jalen Suggs or Davion Mitchell or one of these dudes, and this dude is balling out,
Yeah.
like if he gives us the best chance to win, I gotta put him out there. So I think I think Tibbs has learned that, and just for me, like I speak, I talk to people because I got a couple connections because of friends, that play professional basketball, and one dude I talked to, he actually used to work for the Knicks, back in like the late 80s and 90s. Goes to my church, and he talks about, he's like, the Knicks, what they've done this season is that they reestablished a culture where free agents are going to want to come. They're gonna want to come. They're gonna want to
Right.
be a part of that. They're gonna want to be a part of that. And I'm looking, you look at, what's going on and everything. Like if Kawhi Leonard, what it looks like, if he gets bounced out in 4, if he gets bounced out in 5, I'm like, I don't think he's staying. I don't think he's staying in Los Angeles. I think he's gone.
No,
He gone.
they're on a mission to win or bust. So I
Right,
agree
Yeah.
with you
right.
totally.
Oh,
So
he
if he's
gone.
going out in the second round, yeah, I totally agree with you. He's
I'm like,
gonna,
nah, it's like he's like, oh man. He's like, nah, I ain't gonna stand it. They out here calling me Kiwi Lemonade instead of my actual name.
You can see his body language. He's getting annoyed. You can see he's getting.
He's like,
impatient.
bro.
Mhm.
I shot. He's like, bro. Pandemic P, what you doing? You shooting 4 to 19 from the field and
Mhm.
everything. You look like, I'm like, bro. I'm like in the first game. Like in the first game, I saw it, bro. Paul George didn't make his first 3-point attempt until like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Right. Yeah.
How? I'm sorry. I'm probably the minority on this, but I think his game has fallen from when he like beat us when he was with Indiana. I really do.
It has.
I think so.
He's not. The thing. Ever since the leg, really, the thing is, ever since the leg injury, he's had to change his because it used to be he had the outside game, but he was an above the rim player.
Yeah.
Ever since the leg injury, he's became more of a lanky shooter that can slash to the basket. But even when he slashes to the basket, I'm like, he's missing point blank layups and everything. And it's like, it's like you have to heat him up and everything. And it's not that he doesn't have the ability. It's like part of it is like he's trying to figure out how to perfect his game after the leg injury.
Yeah.
And the other part is, the mindset, yes, I have he's really he's a third option in a second option role, but he has the talent to be a first, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
He will be more successful as a third option, like if he was on like a super team or something like that, then because the second option means like, oh yeah, he has to give you like that 25, which he can, but it's his mindset in the game. But he has the talent. He has the talent to be a number one. I mean, like it's not. We're 3 years removed from him being third in MVP voting, averaging 29 a game. So not like he don't have the ability. It's that his head is so stuck. His head is so stuck far up his rectum that he can't get out of his own way. And Kawhi's like, I'm tired of this foolishness. He's like, if we get bounced, I think they might get bounced. Oh, he's like, I'm out of here. NYC, South Beach, where you at?
Yeah.
Damn, I can see him. I'm not even gonna say it, but yeah, I just hope the best. I hope the best if that happens. I mean, quiet. Right. Yeah, I would hope he chooses us, man. That's all.
Yeah. But hey, guys, I got to get out of here. It was great talking with y'all. I know we're gonna do it again, and y'all have a great weekend. All right.
You too, brother, man. You have the best weekend ever, man.
Okay. All right. Love y'all. All right. Take it easy.
All right, brother.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit. Everybody left. Freezy. So, yeah, let me ask y'all before Freezy comes back. Anybody y'all want to see in the draft? Or do y'all just not want us to draft nobody at all? Do y'all want us to package all them picks? Or do y'all want to see a nice, fresh leg, athletic rookie here? There's a lot of athleticism in this draft. Do y'all want to see a fresh, athletic rookie in here or two? Or do y'all want us to package them? Tell me in the comments.
Yo, they wouldn't let me talk. I get out the way. And then, and you know what I'm saying? And everybody dipped. Gregory Castillo was good. Andy was good.
Dipped, man.
Was good. Wacko Knicks Fanatic was good.
Jay was about to hold it down. It's all good.
Yeah, The Rock.
It's The Rock.
Yeah, I seen him out here. I had to help him out. I had to hop on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I appreciate the draft talk and stuff. I was really getting into the Knicks offense and why the Knicks offense was ineffective. Right. And a lot of it was personnel, which led into some of the draft talk. Heavy Reese was good.
Yeah, I love the draft talk, man. I did my research. I'm finally, I can have that debate now. That
Yeah,
draft
man.
talk. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
too
man.
excited doing it, man. I don't even want to do it no more because it's teasing. You know what I mean? It's too much talent, man. It's teasing.
Yeah.
Yo, the Knicks are in a situation where the resources are basically unlimited. So I heard the Knicks
Right.
have a bunch of second round picks in 2023. I don't know how many they have.
Was it 4 or 5?
I'm gonna research it right now.
Because I think in 2023 it was high school picks would be eligible or something like
I think that's the rumor.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. All right, 2021. So 2022. All right, so in 2023, we have Utah's pick, we have our pick, we have Detroit pick, we have Philly's pick, the Clippers pick, the Timberwolves pick, and another Knicks pick. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 second round picks. Right. And then we also have our pick and the Mavericks pick in the first round of that year. And the source for this is Pro Sports Transactions. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for everybody to see it.
Wait, what did you say about the first round pick that year?
We have ours and Dallas's.
Oh man, we gotta do so. It's pressure to do something with those, man.
So we have according to I put you see the link there in the chat. ProSportsTransactions.com.
Right.
So that is the source for what I just said. The Knicks have in 2023.
Copy.
We have our pick and Dallas's pick in the first round, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks in the second round of that year. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'll do.
I know what you about to do too. I know exactly what you about to do.
I'm about to share it.
About to share it on here.
Yeah. So let me see. Window. Tab.
Future's more than bright then.
Yeah, really.
Can y'all see that? Let me move Delano Still comment out of the way. Do I need to make that big? Yeah, let me make that big.
Yeah, I can't see like that.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can y'all see it there? Where you see where it says round 2, 2023, the Knicks. Then the Jazz, Knicks, Pistons, 76ers, Clippers, Timberwolves, Knicks.
Cash considerations to Jazz for Ed Davis.
Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving.
More favorable of Cavaliers Jazz picks. All right. 2023, but hey.
So we have 8 second round picks. So what I think will happen this year is we will use some of that trade capital to move up in this year's draft.
Right.
And,
I hope so.
Yeah, because you can't draft 10 guys out of one draft.
Unless we was completely rebuilding in 2023. Then hey.
Yeah, completely.
Like a complete rebuild.
Right.
Although
right.
I'd be here for a complete rebuild, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
10 guys. But yeah, so they could use that to move up, and they could also use it in 2020. There's a lot of talent in 2022. A lot of big free agents going to be in 2022 as well.
Yeah.
So they might be looking to move up. Maybe this year, maybe next year as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of options. So it gives us options. So when people say that the front office hadn't done anything. They're not impressed by the front office yet. Look at all the draft picks we've accumulated since they've been here, right?
Yeah,
So
that's right. So what are we gonna do with it though?
Yeah, I just want to see what we do with it.
Damian Lillard.
That's all I'm waiting for. Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard, man. Yeah. We can give them 2 firsts and 8 second-round picks for Damian Lillard.
Man, I would hate to give up. I'd cry to give up both those this year's first round picks.
Yeah. You have a
I feel
lot
like
of
they'd
options,
want
bro.
quickly though.
Yeah, I feel like they would want RJ and Mitch. Portland's not crazy, bro. What they'll do for Damian Lillard, they're gonna ask us for RJ, Obi, quickly, and Mitch.
Damn, that would be a gut us out.
Yeah.
What about for CJ though?
Probably less. They'll ask for less.
Yeah.
Maybe
He's
one
just
player,
as
some
crafty.
picks. No, maybe 2 players in the pick. Is all the picks.
Hey, Kevin Middleton, I already put that link in the chat already. Let me see. I'll put it in the chat one more time.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Devontae Graham and Kendrick Nunn? They're gonna be free agents this season.
I like Devontae Graham more than Nunn, but Devontae Graham, what is he more of? Is he more of a shooting guard?
A small shooting guard.
He's a scorer. Yeah, small. He's more of a scorer to me. I don't see him.
He's a secondary ball handler type.
Yeah, like he's solid though, but I don't know. Like I don't know if he would start or if he would probably come off the bench. But I think he's a good scorer.
Right.
I ain't too. I mean, I like him, but
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We need more defense, like more size on the perimeter.
I think we need more size. Yeah, I agree. We need more size. We look too small in a lot of games, and we look too small in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hawks got a well-oiled machine. They got a balanced team out, and we gotta retool. We gotta get some type of height or athleticism. We gotta get both at least.
Yeah.
We need it all right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm with you.
We need like that wing position. We need at least a 6'8", 6'9" small forward at least.
Well, according to Hoodie Cav, you have one.
Right.
You guys think if maybe Knox went to the G League, he would have came back with more confidence and played better?
Absolutely.
No, I don't think so.
Because Jordan
don't wanna go,
Poole
though.
from the Warriors, he was killing in the G League, and he came back and he was doing his thing on the Warriors too.
But the Warriors have a different culture, right?
Yeah.
The thing with the Knicks, and this is what I equate it to. Hey, you ever had Cully? Think about this. That ratchet female cousin that you got. You know what I'm saying? The one that be wearing her club dresses to the church and be cussing in the church lobby. You know what I'm saying? The one that's always ratchet. You know what I'm saying? The one that always go to jail and break your grandmama heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That cousin meet up with one of the gulliest street dudes, the most ratchet street dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why you breaking in people's cars, dog? That dude, imagine if they had a baby, right? Imagine if they had a baby, right? And the baby is so innocent and sweet and smart, but learned all those ratchet bad habits from the mommy and daddy. You know what I'm saying? That's what Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox are, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You take somebody that's a moldable piece of clay project and bring them into the worst situation ever, right? And then you wonder why they hadn't developed. Well, they hadn't developed because the people that's supposed to help them develop are garbage. David Fisdale.
Their parents.
Yeah. Think about, hey, Steve Mills. I mean, come on. They had a shooting coach. That ruined R.J. Barrett's stroke in his rookie year. R.J. Barrett could have been shooting like this last year. They're like, nah, man, your shooting stroke is whack, son. Let me show you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so you like, what? R.J. Barrett could have been shooting like this last year? And y'all said his shooting stroke was whack?
Well, granted, Fizz was just horrible, yo.
Right,
Sorry,
that's what I'm saying.
Fizz was just horrible.
So we could have had this from RJ last year, but the coaching staff we had was trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you messing with RJ Barrett's shooting stroke? You messing with Julius Randle shooting stroke. Everybody could have shot like this last year. Wayne Ellington had his worst shooting season ever last year.
And that's the thing. Wayne Ellington is a guy. I just hate those names. Like, these are guys that are supposed to come off the bench, man.
Yeah.
These are guys that just shouldn't.
But they still took shots, though, bro.
That they did.
Yeah. I'm not knocking your logic because Wayne Ellington should have been coming off the bench, and Reggie Bullock.
Like these are guys. I don't know. I just feel like we need athleticism. It just makes me mad just to even think, why would these guys even start, man?
Yeah, Bullock, he's definitely 11th man on any team, really.
Yeah, like, why are these dudes? Bullock, Ellington, it's like the game has changed, man. I'm just looking at the NBA. The game has changed, man. Like, you got to get faster in the starting lineup, or you got to get faster, period, man.
And you know what else you got to have? How do you have guys? Think about this. In 2021, right? How do you have NBA players that don't have handles? What? Everybody can handle now.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking?
Everybody can handle.
Breezy, you know what I was thinking? The NBA, I was thinking like the Knicks, right? The last time we had like a bunch of old players on our team, that was the last time it could work, I think, for most teams. Like when we had Kidd and Rasheed Wallace. Like, the NBA changed at that time. Like, that's when the Warriors
and Kenyon Martin and Mike Bibby, Baron Davis,
right,
Chauncey Billups.
Right, like that don't work. Like those guys can help a team, but you can't have too many of them. Like the Knicks be having too many of them. Like we need, like the NBA got smaller. They ran the small ball around that time. Like the Warriors, that's when the Warriors made their name in the playoffs. You know, everyone was healthy. They had all their draft pieces, and then from then on, they've been in the playoffs ever since. From 2013. So 2014, 2015 is when the NBA officially went small ball. And then having guys like that, well, of course it's about shooting, but having too many guys like that, like too many old guys, it's going to slow your team down. You're going to be, your pace is going to be last, and you're not going to have the right pace. I remember we had Jose Calderon in a league where that's when the guard play was really elite. I mean, it's still elite now, but we had Jose Calderon as our point guard. And he was getting toasted by PGs every game, just left and right. We had no point guard. And it's just, that's where.
It's the reason why we drafted Frank.
Right. And then here goes Phil. That's another thing. Phil has this mentality. I mean, Frank is cool, but like he has this mentality where, defense should be it. We need defense. Like, which is understandable, but Donovan Mitchell fits the mold of today's NBA offense. Look at what he did last night. I'm not, and last night backs up my argument. Donovan Mitchell would have been perfect for today for the Knicks with today's NBA offense. But we get Frank. You know what I mean? Right. We go and get Frank. And that's Phil. That's Phil right there. Phil has that, and that's what scares me with Thibs. Thibs and Phil kind of have that similar old robotic mindset. Like they don't realize like the game. Like, yeah, your offense, like Phil, your offense works. But it's elements of it that coaches take. They don't take the whole playbook. They take elements of it and they're blending it with theirs. Like he's not like, you get your credit, you won your rings, but coaches are taking elements. Like they're not taking the full play. Same thing with Thibs. Like Thibs, you know what's crazy? Thibs defense. What you say, Freezy?
No, I was saying Thibs doesn't really want to tweak anything. He wants to just stay the course, go his way, and that's it.
Yeah, like Thibs has this. He has this robotic type of offense where he just, because I watched him with the Bulls, the thing with the Bulls, he had the personnel. It's like his thing is one playmaker, one scorer, everyone else defenders, like defenders and shooters, and that's it. Like, and then our defense is gonna turn into that's Thibs' mindset. Like, we gonna force turnovers. We gonna come back down. You gonna the guy who could shoot, guys who can shoot, get on the wings, and the big. He don't really care too much if the big men score like that, because I don't remember him having big men that scored like that. So if they roll, they roll. But his thing is the playmaker. You push the ball, or whoever can push the ball, push it, get easy layups. But the main thing is his offense is basically defense turned into He doesn't really care how the offense is run. That's Thibs. He doesn't care how it's run. He just wants the defense to turn into it, and that satisfies him. Like that's his mindset. The funny thing is, Thibs don't realize his offense would run best if it was younger, more athletic guys. You can't run with old like guys with no stamina, guys with the sluggish boxer type of build. Like his offense will run, his defense will run, his little defensive schemes will run so much better if he put in younger athletic guys. Like if you had young fresh legs, he has no idea, yo. But he doesn't even he doesn't care for those type of guys. I don't know what it is. I mean, a guy like Kevin Knox doesn't help when he comes on the court looking all clueless. But if you can mold Kevin Knox and just to being a guy that could just run out from forcing a turnover, like your
and
offense.
the funny thing is, Kevin Knox is a young dude that looked like them old vets. You know what I'm saying? No handle,
right?
No,
Exactly,
not explosive. Right. You know what I'm saying? He can shoot it, but he ain't gonna create nothing.
He's not gonna create nothing.
Right.
He's the mold of a Thibs type of guy. Now, if he had a clue on defense, he would have so much play time because he has the physicality for it. He is 6'9", 6'8", lengthy. That's what Thibs wants. Thibs wants a lengthy guy that can switch on multiple guys. He wants that type of guy.
Right.
He don't have it. Reggie Bullock's not it, and Reggie Bullock can't dribble. Kevin Knox can't dribble.
Right.
We don't really have we don't really have too many dribblers on here. Randle's an exception at his position.
Right.
RJ's decent. Rose was a good handler. Peyton wasn't even a bad handler. It was Peyton's decision making that made guys impatient. He used his handling for the wrong reasons a lot.
Right.
That was it. Quickly don't have it. Toppin has decent handle at that before, but nobody else really has handle, yo. Nobody got it.
You think if we had younger and faster pace of play that it wouldn't hinder Randle's ISO ball type play?
I don't think so. But the thing is, I don't think so. But the thing is, Randle he's just gonna have to accept. He's gonna have to accept what we all saw in the playoffs. He gave us the vibes that he's the best as a third option. That's the vibes he gave me.
Right.
He's best as a third option. He doesn't give me vibes that his ISO is gonna work. He didn't give me that type of vibe because, I mean, I'm sure he saw a double team in college or high school. I'm sure he saw one at earlier points in his basketball career, like on his path to the NBA. Like, come on, like, there's no way Trae Young could see a double team coming and just turn the gear on and just blow past the double team coming, and then Randle just can't. Like, Randle held the ball too long. Honestly, if Randle made quicker decisions with the ball, he might have been all right. Like if he got the ball and just went right to the basket as soon as he got it, he might have been all right because no one on the Hawks can go. John Collins can't stay in front of Randle. I'm sorry. And if he had Capella on him, it'd have been even worse.
I disagree with you a little bit. The reason why I disagree is because I feel like if Randle was on the floor with some of those younger guys that you mentioned, those younger guys can get open faster. And Randle can get the ball to him faster. Whereas you trying to pass the ball to Reggie Bullock, he don't want the ball in the first place. And then when you want him to take it, he can't dribble. He's not a playmaker.
No, I agree.
Right. So but
why.
Anyway, y'all got to run, man. I got to get out of here. I'm headed to Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte.
When you gonna be back on, Freezy? Tonight or tomorrow morning?
Tonight. I'm gonna be back on tonight. Remote from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm gonna have my man Amar Dubra on again. Remember he was on last week?
Right.
He was on, and so he'll be back on tonight. And we gonna get down with the get down. We gonna deep dive into a lot of different places, man. Break down a lot of stuff.
Hopefully, we're talking drafts again. I can't wait to have this talk again.
Yeah, and we talk, and we not only gonna do that, we are gonna talk some, not wishing on the star, no Dame Lillard stuff probably, but what we'll do is we're gonna break down Thibs' offense in ways that people that don't know basketball, haven't played, can understand why we say things like point guard is not the major issue, it's small forward and center, right? And so not trying to establish a point, but let people know that the roll man in the pick and roll is just as important as the ball handler.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So we break down
For
all that
sure.
stuff. But anyway, we gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna
I'll
holler
be
at
there.
y'all. Thanks everybody for coming through. I'm gonna holler
I'll
at y'all
be
later.
easy, brothers.